Video games. These have been something of a mixed bag when it comes to Doctor Who. And in the last day, or day and a half, depending on when this video comes out, there's been two more video games which have been announced to be taking place in the worlds of Doctor Who. The first game which I'm going to talk about is The Edge of Reality, which is going to be released for consoles and for PC in 2021. And this is a full console game, not in VR, and it will also be coming to next-gen consoles. This video game is going to be starring the 13th Doctor, played by Jodie Whittaker, along with, and this is the interesting part, the 10th Doctor, played by David Tennant, and they go on a quest to save reality. We've got a few snippets of the game. We've not actually got gameplay or anything like that, so don't know if it's going to be a first-person game. Is it going to be a third-person game? I don't know. We've seen the TARDIS. It looks all nice and lovely in those graphics. We've seen Daleks. We've seen the Cybermen in the Nightmare in Silver design, which I'm not that keen on, but I'll get to that in a sec. And we've got Weeping Angels. They're arguably the most iconic new Doctor Who monster to come out of the new series. So there we have three fan favourite monsters and villains coming into the mix there. Now, I said about the Nightmare in Silver design of Cybermen being in this. The reason why that I think they're in this is because this game was probably in development before the designers knew anything about the Cybermen that most recently appeared in the Series 12 finale. Those Cybermen that appeared in that, they're not in this game. But anyway, we've not got any sort of synopsis about this just yet, apart from the fact that it's called The Edge of Reality. I take it you get to play as both the 10th and 13th Doctors. It's quite random that we've got the 10th Doctor in here, but I think they've got him in there because they want this game to sell, and they're quite worried that it won't sell if it's just a game which features the 13th Doctor, because there's a few people who don't like Jodie Whittaker as the 13th Doctor. That's my guess. I could be totally wrong. I could be talking completely out of my arse once again. So they thought, well, let's play it safe. Let's just get in a Doctor that most people love, because I know there's a few out there that even don't like David Tennant. I know, shock horror. And they've got the 10th Doctor in, so I suppose it pleases two sets of fans there in that respect. We know that it's going to feature new worlds to explore, new puzzles, new challenges, and new gameplay. An original Doctor Who story, uncover a universe-spanning threat as you seek to save reality from a series of time-breaking glitches. I hope that doesn't mean that the game's going to be glitchy. And by what I'm reading here, this seems to be a sequel to that other game, The Edge of Time, which was a VR game, and that got released, I think it was either last year or earlier this year. I can't recall. I'm not really into VR all that much. The press release has even said that there's more foes that are going to be in this that are yet to be revealed. So here's hoping maybe we get more iconic monsters, maybe even from the classic series. Sontarans could be in this. That would be quite a nice surprise. And we could even get an incarnation of the Master. I'd be totally down for that. You know what? Let's just throw everything in here. Why don't we just have a video game where you can play as all the Doctors, a la Lego Dimensions? If it doesn't happen with this video game, then surely it's got to happen again one day, because there's so much material that video game designers can take away from Doctor Who. How the hell have we not had a groundbreaking Doctor Who video game by now? How is it that during the David Tennant years, one of the most popular eras of the show, we only had a Top Trumps video game. We had more video games in the Matt Smith era, which were mainly shit. And I'm talking about that awful Nintendo Wii game. Why did that game ever get made? And who the hell greenlit that game? It was so awful. But anyway, that's the edge of reality. Quite intriguing to see where this is going to go. It's going to be released for Nintendo Switch, I see, as well. So I'll have to see if it's any good. Because if it's any good, I might have to play it and review it for all of you. We shall wait and see. We also have another game. This time it's a mobile game, and it's The Lonely Assassins. This is a game about weeping angels. Great. And what's this all about? Well, it's a puzzle game. And to be honest, I like the idea. I think it's a good idea. But the trailer that got shown off, I wasn't so keen. It might be much better in the final product because it is Weeping Angels, and I can see that being quite a lot of fun, particularly with younger players, because they can provide jump scares. There's sort of like jump scare monster of Doctor Who, so they're a perfect choice for villains for this video game. I mean, the game itself is called The Lonely Assassins, and the Weeping Angels are also known as the Lonely Assassins. I'm pretty certain that we're going to be getting more announcements that are going to be made in due course in a run up to these getting released. As I said at the very beginning, I'm not going to get my hopes too high. I know I may be sounding a bit negative here, but hear me out. Doctor Who and video games have had a little bit of a mixed relationship, so you must understand why I'm a bit cautious about all of this. But I hope I'm proven wrong. Given by the reception of the VR game, The Edge of Time, which came out, I suppose The Edge of Reality will be a good video game, and The Lonely Assassins, that might be a nice surprise. Who knows? Time will tell. I guess what I'm trying to say is, if a Lego Doctor Who game was announced, then it would be a whole different story. Then I'd be freaking out. Then I'd be telling you how excited I am. Makers of the Lego video games, if you're watching this, make it happen!